So, we are back for an amazing panel because it is time after reports, figures, concepts to be very pragmatic and to understand how we can implement into all the brands everything linked to sustainability and circular economy. So I'm very pleased to welcome on stage startups and companies who have built their business model around sustainability and circularity. You will understand how they started, why they started, and they will introduce you what they do. So I'm pleased to welcome on stage Andréa MACHALOVA, who will be the moderator of this amazing talk. Andréa is the Associate Director of Bilan Luxe. Welcome. The next guest will be Manuel MALLEN, CEO of Courbet. Felix WINCKLER, CCO, Chief Commercial Officer of Reflaunt, coming from UK. Nicolas FREUDIGER, CEO of ID Geneve Watches. Please welcome. And last but not least, Léa Germano from Studio Paillette. And Léa is a co-founder, president, and artistic director of Studio Paillette. And we will have as well joining us remotely Daphné SAVARE, co-founder and CEO of Bagheera Collective. And we should see her right here in a minute. It worked this morning, so I'm not concerned.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Here they go. Welcome. So, Andrea, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this panel to talk about sustainable fashion and luxury. The brands that join me on scene are addressing circularity issues either by using recycled materials, giving new life to existing objects by reselling them, or by putting in place rental solutions. I will give them first the speech for 7 minutes. They will present their business model, their challenges, and their developments to come. And then we will have some time to discuss. So the first one, I invite Daphné SAVARE and Alexis Landois, founders and CEO of Bagheera Collective, a business launched just before summer, and they join us remotely because I think it's the first holiday they could take since 1 year. The floor is yours.
Indeed. Thank you, Andrea, and good afternoon, everybody. We are delighted to be here today to talk about our brand and our vision for the future of fashion. So my name is Daphne, and this is Alexi. We are the co-founders of Bagheera, a luxury handbag rental platform launched in July 2022. A year ago, I was still working at Dior, and Alexi was working in a Parisian hedge fund when we both decided to leave our corporate job to get into the exciting journey of entrepreneurship. But why rental? We've seen disruptive and sharing economy platforms such as Airbnb or Uber rise over the past 10 years and definitely change the way people consume and live. As you may know, the second-hand luxury market has grew by 65% from 2017 to 2021. And moreover, by 2030, it might represent over 20% of the big luxury brand sales income. And that's, of course, an opportunity that we couldn't let go of. The more research we did, the more we believed that there was another way to enjoy fashion without having to own it. Gen Z and millennial consumers are embracing slow fashion. They are the one paving the way to more sustainable alternatives, and they want to access things without necessarily owning them. Fashion rental is still a fairly new concept in France, But in the US, for example, Rent the Runway has been operating for over a decade and is now valued at over $1 billion. As millennials, we are part of this generation that doesn't question this shared ownership. And we believe that we can reinvent how French consumers see fashion. So as I said, Bagheera is a luxury handbag rental platform. We are based in Paris and we operate in France exclusively for now. We launched our app 4 months ago, and at this time, we count over 3,000 users on our app. We define ourselves as a peer-to-peer platform where our user can, at the same time, lend their own bags or and rent from other users. This lending aspect in our app is a very strong leverage that marks fashion rental not only as a convenient way to swap easily luxury good, but a smart way to make profit from your own. To give you an idea, as a lender on our app, you can earn from 86 euros to 190 euros per rental. As opposed to other fashion peer-to-peer platforms such as Vinted or Vestiaire Collective, we've decided to centralize all the rental aspects to ensure the best services to our clients. So authentication, quality control, transport, cleaning, insurance, everything goes through us. And that's a win-win for all our users because lenders then don't have to deal with logistic or eventual problems. And renters are always insured of the quality, the authenticity, and shipping delays. I mean, everything. So on our app, we offer monthly rentals. So when renting a bag on our app, you will have to enjoy it for 30 days. And at the end of your rental period, you will need to choose if you want to keep the bag for another month or if you want to return it. We have 3 different.
If you want to have some time to talk question, I have to cut you. But we can
Sure.
continue the discussion afterwards. I invite now Manuel and MALLEN to present the brand. So you're a Paris-based brand founded in 2018 that uses recycled gold that comes from computers and... All right, okay, I give you the speed.
It's complicated. It's working? No? Yes. Okay, so good afternoon. I'm going to present you Courbet, which is the brand we, with Marianne, the other co-founder, we founded in 2018, which a simple idea is saying that we want to be the first ecological jewelry brand of Place Vendôme. The fact was quite simple. We only use recycled gold mainly coming from devices, your computers, your phones. There's a little gram of gold in there, and there's more gold above the earth than below the earth, okay? And we only use lab-grown diamonds. You know, lab-grown diamonds is a diamond. We just reproduced the way it came a million years ago above the earth. We reproduce the same high temperature and high pressure to produce a diamond. It's only carbon. And just it avoids these things, just to show you. This is a diamond mine. It's 700 meters diameter, 200 meters. And here, just here, is what they extract in diamonds from this mine during the whole exploitation of the mine. That was the idea. Just to give you an idea, 1 carat is 0.2 grams, and to discover this 1 carat, you dig 250 tons of mineral. Okay, it's 3 planes, just to give you an idea. So the idea was quite simple, and just to see the gold, as I told you, more gold above than below. And, and when you do a lab-grown diamond, just to give you an idea, you do it with the same uncertainty than nature. Sometimes it's beautiful, but sometimes it's awful. Okay? And we produce another figure. Last year, they extract from the mine 150 millions of carats. We produce in the lab, and it was a record, 5 million. Okay? That was the idea. And this diamond is a real diamond. It's a diamond. Really. It comes with the same certificates. Everything is exactly the same. So that was the idea. This is diamond, a rough diamond, coming from a lab. And so the idea was to came in Place Vendôme because we only use the same standards than Place Vendôme. We only use the best color of the diamonds. We use the same craftsmen than the other brands. And when we came to Place Vendôme, the idea was also to came as a DNVB, Digital Native Vertical brand. So we use internet a lot. Internet to communicate, of course. Internet also to sell. 20% of our sales today is by internet. And we've got a showroom. We don't have a boutique. And people are coming with a rendezvous at the showroom, 7 Place Vendôme. So that was the idea. We push a little bit the button saying, okay, even our boxes are made from recycled leather. It's in origami, you don't have glue, things like that. And our commitment is a bit more because I used to work in lots of big brands of the jewelry business. And we used to do charity sales, but it was a bit, in general, charity sales in a big brand, it's 1 month, 1 product, 1 charity. And the idea we had with Marianne was to say, okay, we're going to build a collection. It's a Let's Commit collection. And this collection is during all the year from 2018. Each time we sell 1 piece of this, we give back 15% of the turnover to 1 charity. And we've got 6 charities. And you, as a client, decided to who we give back the money. So that was the idea. This is our collections. We can do eye jewelry. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you. You can hold it to Nicolas FREUDIGER, who will present ID Genève watches.
Je crois qu'on passe d'abord là. Si je ne me trompe pas, on va commencer d'abord par une petite vidéo. So we're going to start with a small video. Let's see if this works. Yeah, without the sound. Anyway, I'll start. Well, okay, wonderful. Very well. Thank you. So a couple words from ID Genève Watches. We started in December 2020, quite a young emerging brand. We like to call ourselves impact native. As all the brands here today, we're really born with this DNA in mind, to rethink the economy we live in. The idea of ID Genève is it's to be on a quest for more circularity here today. This is our latest collection, Circular S for solar. We collect recycled stainless steel in Jura, and then we melt it through a partner of ours with the sun energy. So it's through a solar furnace, and we managed to reduce the carbon footprint by 165 times in terms of carbon footprint. But today is quite an exciting day because I want to share something really fresh out of the oven. Today we have as well the chance to have Notpla in the audience. We're launching this collaboration, and we really believe in collaboration as a key to accelerate the transition and to inspire the luxury industry. So today we're launching the first ever packaging made out of seaweed within the luxury watchmaking industry. The packaging, as you can see, is made out of seaweed fibers, and we use a thermocompressing technology to do so. And it's a result as well of a byproduct on seaweed farms. So we source the seaweed from Spain, and the production as well is in Europe, and we'll be having this packaging. So, which is in the end, as a consumer, you can receive it and you can dissolve it into water, so it's home compostable, and then you can use it as a help to fertilize your plants. The idea is again, to go away and look at it functionally. So this is one initiative, but as it is very recent, I thought I would present it today. I think that's it for my slides. Thank you. I did
Felix,
faster than 7 minutes.
CEO of Reflaunt.
So hi everyone. Which side? Okay, great. I'm going to try to be really quick. So what we do in a nutshell is allowing fashion brands, department stores. Here we are. So what we do in a nutshell is allowing fashion brands, department stores, online multi-brand to participate in the second-hand trade. So Reflaunt is not a destination website. We are a service provider that allows fashion retailers to implement in-house resale experience for their customers. We operate on two sides of the resale journey. On the one side, dealing with sellers. So we implement modules on retailers' websites so their customers can organize pick up at home or drop off in store to resell, donate, or recycle their past purchases. And on the selling side of the equation, we can help fashion brand creating their own vintage section or sell products through a multi-channel manager. On the collection side, we've got different level of services, so we can implement direct buyback of luxury bags, for example, consignment for the entire wardrobe of customers, and even take back for lower value items. For the selling part of the equation, as I said, we can curate very high quality vintage inventory, so brand can create their own vintage offering on their website. If brands are not interested in selling second-hand products, or if they can't sell the entire inventory that we provide to them, we have this very unique tool that allows us to list products simultaneously across 30 different platforms at the same time that we call the multi-channel manager. All of our resale models are built around store credit schemes. So the pitch to the customer is to tell them, if you resell through the brand, you're going to have the option to be paid either in cash or get a higher return in store credit with the brand. So for the customer, the pitch is to say, if you resell through the brand, you'll be making more money. And for the brand, this is a fantastic way to increase customer retention and generate a new source of cash flow. We work with a broad variety of brands. So today, if you go on Net-a-Porter website and you're either in the US, UK, France, Italy, Germany, and a few other countries, you can resell your clothes directly via Net-a-Porter. We work with the likes of Balenciaga, Saks of Fifth, and many others. And that's it for me.
Thank you, Felix. And the last one, Léa Germano, CEO of Studio Paillette.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Does it work? Yeah. My name is Léa Germano, and I'm going to present Studio Paillette. To tell you a bit about myself, I come from a creative background. I studied fashion design at Parsons in New York, Central St. Martin's in London, and Institut Français de la Mode in Paris. I then worked as a luxury fashion designer at Marc Jacobs and Balmain for 6 years. At these houses, I noticed that beautiful, durable, well-designed products end up in stocks of past collections. The brands can't use them anymore, and selling them for discounted prices damages the brand's image and the perception of quality. We are now well aware that fashion is one of the most polluting industry in the world. I personally feel responsible for the way we use natural resources and how we can best optimize the lifespan of well-made products. I also realize that most people around me don't really interact with fashion as much as they could. They're not really in touch with their full potential, and they don't really know where to find cool, durable brands. So my vision is that I want to make luxury fashion accessible and connect people with brands. Studio Paillette was born from a desire to revolutionize the access to fashion. It's a rental platform that offers quality, long-term, and affordable rental of clothing and accessories. My goal is to re-enchant fashion. So what makes us unique? It's our business model. We meet the needs of both consumers and brands. So what do the clients need? They need to, one, renew their wardrobe regularly with quality fashion at a low price. They also want to discover brands, get access to original pieces, and get inspired on how to wear them. And third, they want to be a responsible consumer as much as they can. And what do the brands need? They want to find a purpose for unsold products without devaluing the perception of quality. They want to recruit new clients, especially among digital natives with a growing purchasing power. And they want to maximize their strategy on how to be more sustainable. The way it works is that, one, we make a creative selection from premium and luxury brands' past collections. Two, we shoot bold, graphic, and colorful new looks that I make to generate inspiration. And with us, a typical customer journey is extremely simple. You discover the selection through Instagram or the website. You browse through the looks, you choose the products you want, you order, you wear them, and you return them whenever you want. In the reusable bag, you got the origin form. And as you order, you're charged for the first month because rentals are charged monthly. The subscriptions can be stopped at any time, and every product will cost you 10% of its retail price per month. So, just want a video, yeah. Oh, là-bas, ouais. Thanks. So my mantra is that style relies on the way we assemble pieces to create a strong silhouette, not on how recently each product came out. Creation is at the heart of Studio Paillette, and it's what makes us unique from competitors. We created a joyful way of assembling luxury and premium creative brands together. So clients come to us for, one, the selection and the creation, two, extremely affordable prices, and three, a sustainable way of consuming. It helps to get them to the exciting ratio of 1/3 new, 1/3 pre-loved, and 1/3 rented. We have a vibrant community that uses the platform as a big shared wardrobe. A lot of organic content is generated from that and from clients' daily lives to professional photo shoots. As innovative media, we offer both a PR platform for brands, for all the pieces that are borrowed by artists, influencers, and press, and rental for the final clients that get to discover brands and find inspiration. Oui. Ouais, pardon. Je recommence. Doesn't work. Yes, we do have a unique business model because we own the stock, but we do not buy the stock. The brands give us products as part of a long-term collaboration. In exchange, we create content, we give them visibility, touch a larger audience with rentals, and also pay them a commission on the revenue. Two, we have a recurring revenue, as monthly product subscriptions are automatically renewed and billed each month. Over 50% of our clients have made more than 3 orders in the past year, and this number is growing. And finally, all orders are profitable. Even though our prices are very affordable, the logistics, costs, cleaning and transport, they're well distributed over time and number of products. Our average order is 3 pieces kept over 2 months. We have built very strong partnership with brands. We give them visibility, content, data on behavior, product use, popularity, and we help them get better at targeting their new client profiles. Our go-to-market is based on dynamic social media, like I said, that generates organic fashion content. We are going to scale this business, first with more accessories, then expand into menswear, and finally open international offices in different fashion cities with local brands and local stocks, and that's really important because we don't want to be shipping products all over the world. For new hires and to boost our marketing and to be able to scale and multiply this offer by 10 right now, we're currently looking for investors in a first round of funding. So if you're interested in the business, I would be more happy than to discuss it with you afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. You were talking about scaling the business up, so I was wondering, like, is the solution you propose everybody, is it possible to scaling it up? A lot of brands that are today well known have some mass production. So, Manuel, Nicolas, is it enough? Is there enough recycled gold? Is there enough recycled steel to scale the production up?
Yes, without any problem. We've got 70 years of stocks everywhere to do that. It's just a matter of conviction and the political saying, okay, let's go and let's do it. That's the only problem today.
I think it's a good question. I would change the word waste into surplus, right? And if you look at it differently as well, you know, this is sort of the mindset we should achieve, especially within the luxury industry, right? And it's really the way we look at this word. And for sure, there's a lot of surplus in Switzerland for this stainless steel waste, for example. Yeah.
Felix, is your solution scalable internationally?
Well, about surplus, I would, especially in our area, I would concur to this idea. Our addressable market is the entire wardrobe of consumer at large, and there's immense value in these wardrobes. And what we aim to do is allowing fashion retailers to take back control of a growing market, which is the second-hand market, on which they've been. From which they've been excluded for quite a while. So there's a lot of value in considering this sort of like surplus, as you call it.
If we have all this surplus, how do you explain then that a lot of brands are still resilient to implement this kind of solution to their business? And would you say that your solution in some way inspired them? Do you see a change coming?
I'll start probably. I like to think, you know, we're kids from the Swiss made. You know, this is usually what I say. Right now, we're this circular Swiss made mindset. The idea is that we want to go to push the industry to go a step further, right? And of course, this influence, this positive influence, because I see ourselves as agitators here. That really want to have an impact, you know, and for me, I think it has a lot to do with the heritage, you know, when you were born as a company, you know, and looking at the Swiss watchmaking industry, we all know it's about heritage, and this is why I thought, you know, hey, it's very important, right, to have those agitators. But I'm saying that in a very positive way, not to say, you know, a negative, but again, you know, to inspire and change as well. I think this is our role somehow.
The fact is that this business is a business of retail, and retail means a lot of stock everywhere, and it's quite complicated for them to do this rolling. In this case of the diamond, of the lab-grown diamonds, the problem is that these lab-grown diamonds stigmatize the fact that the other one is not ecological, is not sustainable. That's the problem today. And a lot of brands, even if they want to do it, said, okay, how can I have these two diamonds in the same shell here? So it's quite difficult for them. But they are doing things. To be quite honest, they are working on this topic.
Something to add?
Thoughts on change? I think it's inescapable. And so your question leads to another one, which is probably a big concern for fashion brands, luxury brands, or looking at the second-hand market, whether it's going to be cannibalizing on their existing market. I think I think it's not the case. For the first reason is because you've got two types of consumers when you look at resale. The first type is the buyers. The buyers of second-hand products are generally younger audience who can't afford full price. And they are a fan of your products who will eventually buy full price at the end of the day. The second audience is those that sell. Those that sell second-hand products tend to be people with money who will sell these second-hand products regardless. And so the question is, do you want to get involved in the process or not? And about change and the second-hand market, another quick thought is that this change is an advantage for luxury brands. They are the beneficiary of that change because luxury products are the only ones who retain value on the second-hand market. And the consumer behavioral change that has been driving the second-hand market recently is due to the fact that younger generation are buying now, looking at the inherent value of products that they purchase. And so this change is inescapable, and luxury brands should take advantage of it.
So you said that the second-hand market opened the luxury market to people maybe that couldn't afford the full price in the boutiques. What is the first motivation that brings your clients to you? Is it the price? Is it the sustainability aspect? Like you were saying that you ran the object like for 10th of the price.
Yeah, I think all consumers are driven by the price first, but they come to us for the selection, the fashion creation, first of all, and then for the price, and then for the sustainable practice, to say, yeah.
Bagheera, maybe on remotely, what do you think? What's the motivation of your clients that go and rent the bags with you?
Well, we know the price. The price factor is what attracts our client to our platform. But it's a win for both our clients' wallet and the planet. So everybody wins.
And maybe for you, who produce new products?
I think 80% of the clients today are coming for sustainability. Really. There's a young generation. We are doing, for example, a lot of bridals product. And in this case, it's quite their engagement is more than just an engagement together. It's also with they are born with this problem of sustainability. So when they came to Courbet, they came for sustainability, of course. 20% are coming for the price because this diamond is cheaper than the other ones because it's a short circuit. But mainly sustainability.
And for you, Nicolas, a lot of watches are already done from recycled steel. So I also wondering, is it a marketing thing or is it really something you focused on?
I think looking at the data, I think the first factor is brand equity, right? When you look at it, our community with this approach has been really about their conviction. I think we have even this tagline, which is wearing the convictions on your wrist, and this resonates, I think, with our community. Where, as Manuel said, I think there is a growth in this criteria. If you look at the data again on the Deloitte reports, it's really saying that really there is projections of growth, right, in terms of this criteria being sustainability. Traceability and transparency, I think, are the key elements, and it resonates with our community. We're if you look at our website, everything, every partner we work with is out there, right? And one of them is in the room again, with Notpla here. And we like to showcase as well who's behind actually the work that is being done.
Manuel, you said 80% of the clients that come to you come for sustainability reason. When we think about luxury product, historically it's a product made with time from noble materials. Yeah. You use recycled materials or old collection, unsold collection. Would you say that today for someone who buys luxury product, the definition of a luxury product is changing?
We have a motto in Courbet, say without goodness, beauty means nothing. Okay, but we already know that it must be beautiful. However, it's super important because it's something you're buying for a gift and something. So I'm not sure that the luxury is evolving, but the way to do it is evolving. For example, for us, technology, we became sustainable thanks to technology. So there's no opposition between the two. So I think technology has a lot to do with luxury today. A lot.
Do you buy only second-hand?
I'm not a big shopper, I'm not going to lie. But I do sometimes. I mean, I have access to it.
And so how do you see the evolution of this business? People say that young customers are impacted by all those sustainability developments, but at the same time, the young, they are really addicted to brands. Also, this because of all the marketing strategies, putting on sale limited time products, so they have to buy fast. How do you see the evolution? Do you think at some point this circular market could become main market, or will it still remain a niche?
Can I reply to this question? I think it connects to the previous question, because I think what has changed is not the concept of luxury. Products still need a lot of time and quality to be considered luxury. I think what has changed, what is changing, is the access, and so younger consumers are changing the way they consume, they access luxury. So they might, as you know, buy secondhand, buy new, resell, rent. All of these work together. You can't do just one thing, and they still are really addicted to brands, like you said. They just have access to them differently, and that's what is changing mainly. Products are still beautiful and durable, I think.
And so the evolution, what do you see?
I'll add something to that. I think there's a paradigm shift happening in the fashion industry at the moment. And something quite interesting I've noticed a few days ago. I was in New York and I was walking around, and I used to live in New York, and I saw a lot of shops that didn't exist before, where you can see all these sneakers that are wrapped in plastic. So items that a couple of years back were probably sold for, you know, $50, $70, now sell for $200. And you're seeing now, I think, a shift from a consumer perspective towards inherent value of items with the perspective of reselling and renting. And again, getting back to the idea that the luxury sector is the beneficial of this change, where we're going to move from a model where people heavily consume fast fashion, cheap and disposable fashion, a model that with the current context becomes a bit clunky. You know, when you manufacture on the other side of the world, how do you make margins with really high cost of shipping and so forth, to a slower consumption of higher quality product. And so what luxury brands have to understand is now part of their audience is not anymore, you know, the wealthy older audience, but this new generation who is looking to buy product with the idea of eventually renting them and selling them in the future.
Something to add to that? Nicolas?
Just wanted to add as well on your question about the identity of luxury. You know, I think we're at a tipping point, whereas, you know, I really believe that the luxury industry cannot just be seen as the industry of inequalities, right? We need to do much more, and for that, you know, I think the cursor is shifting, you know, from this discretion, this mystical approach of luxury, right, and really to full transparency. I think we're really shifting this cursor, and I think it's going to be, as you say, you know, and going back to the fashion industry, you know, where is my clothes produced? You know, in which country, with which fibers, what kind of agriculture behind that, and I think all those information. I mean, if you can really showcase them, I think this is going to be really crucial in the future for that transformation.
Not just, I remember when we launched Courbet, a lot of my friends who are working in this industry, so on, say, okay, whatever, they had this wishful thinking, say, it's going to be other customers, other consumers. I can assure you, it's the same consumers, the same population, okay? Sustainability is so important today in their mind, in their way of living, that they turns toward this kind of brands that we have.
You were talking about transparency. Well, the transparency addresses when you produce new products, but also when you resell second-hand products. Did you implement a solution, or are you working on a solution to better the transparency in your business?
Yeah, so talking about the second hand, that's quite interesting with us as a new brand. You know, we launched in December 2020. When we launched as well, we have this RE platform where actually you can sign up your watch and then you get a currency, which are circular coins, and so everything is thought to, to own the second-hand platform, from the start of the brand, right? So we have really this holistic approach to circular economy, where as well the life cycle is a pillar, of course, of that, and we want to make sure we build our own digital platform, on that. So very personalized to the need of a circular watch brand.
Maybe Daphne, something about the transparency. How do you also certify that the bags that you rent are true?
Yeah, so as I said, we centralize all the aspects of the rental process. And whenever we get a bag from one of our lenders, we are working with a startup called Entropy, which was incubated in the LVMH house of startups. And they developed an AI that allows us to authenticate every bag that we're going to put online for rentals on our app.
Okay.
And it also allows us to check whenever a bag returns that it is the right bag, like the same bag that we sent the first time.
Felix, can an application as Entropy replace a human in the certification? I think you have a good solution to assure that
there's different methods that one can do in a warehouse, checking a product. Entropy with image recognition does a good job, has certain limits, but it's doing a great job for certain type of products. I think the really fascinating change that is going to happen is with different elements that are going to be put on garments to establish digital IDs around the product. So when we talk about resell, we talk about authenticating products, but when we talk about recycling, we need to know what's in the garment in terms of fibers and material and so forth. And all of this is quite complex when you don't have all the information associated with the product. So when it goes through a warehouse, you're just left with what's in front of you. But in the future, with these new digital IDs, one will be able very easily to get access to all these information through certain processes. And so there's a lot of different providers that are working on that. It's going to take probably a few years, but once these elements are going to be put on the supply chain, there's going to be a radical change in the way we resell and recycle.
So it's something that has to be implemented by the brands themselves.
Has to be implemented by the brands themselves, yeah.
I think we have some time for questions.
Manuel, I'm a little bit interested in what is the second-hand value of your products compared to diamonds, the new value and when you...
Okay, in general, I answer, do you know the second-hand value of a mined diamond?
Yes.
Because that's the problem.
More or less, they're quite fixed and they keep the value and they're quite stable.
No, that's not quite stable, I'm sorry. Just go to see that. No, you cannot
if
say that.
If they have the right certificates, I think they are.
No, you know what? The fact is, I don't know if you have Netflix. There's a documentary called Bref ou en bref, and I think in this there's one thing on the diamond, and it will explain you everything. The first thing, that the mined diamond is not rare. Really, it's not rare. That's the biggest thing in the world. It's not rare, and the fact is that it's like a car. If I buy a whole Ferrari, I will resell it well. If I buy a Renault, and I've got Renault, so okay, so I lose money the day after. It's the same thing on the mined diamond, okay? On the lab ground, it will be the same. The fact is that today it's not rare. The lab ground diamond is not rare at all, okay? Today, just to give you an example, we sold the biggest lab ground diamonds, 9 carat, but there's only one 9 carat in the world. And we produce it for the customer. So the resale, perhaps it's a new market. So I can not tell you, but I'm sure, yeah, it will decrease, of course. But as the main one.
It's a good investment.
You know what? The fact that the jewelry, the biggest investment in jewelry is why did you receive it? Why did you give it to one? Okay, what it celebrates. That's the most important thing. It's an emotional product, and that's fantastic. The value is here. It's not on the product, to be quite clear.
Thank you, Manuel. Last question, and sure.
Hi, Manuel. Another question for you.
Yes.
For the moment, you're producing diamonds. Any possibility of producing other stones like ruby or sapphire or the emerald?
No, we can.
You can?
You can. The fact is that the consumer, you know, this diamond today, the diamond is 40-50% cheaper than the mine ones because there's a short circuit and there's no oligopoly of the beers and so on. Okay, and it's, you know, the fact is also that it's not synthetic. The word synthetic is completely false. There's no synthesis in the fabrication of diamond. We can do rubies, we can do emerald, and so on. This is synthetic for the time. So it's more than one object, so you synthesize to do emerald. And the fact is, it's 10 times cheaper. And the consumer is not ready to say, okay, it's the same stone, 10 times cheaper. No, there's a problem. That's a fact.
Thank you, Manuel.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I think we are running out of time.
Exactly.
If you have any other question, we're happy to discuss.
I mean, I just would like to thank all of you guys because indeed they emphasize the fact that going into a sustainability transformation and circular economy, the biggest complexity is not to implement it, even if it's not easy. This is not what I say. But the biggest complexity is to have the courage to take the decision, to bring that into your DNA, to bring every single day, nurture your culture. And they are just showing to everybody here that this is possible. So thank you for that, guys.